baby. That looks incredible. Oh, your sign language is getting so good too. No, you've done fantastic. I'd be inclined to believe that that's the best one you've made so far. I wouldn't just say that. I wouldn't, and you know that. I know how much real criticism and critique is important to you, but if I had one, I would say I don't. Because truly, every time that you do this, it just seems to get better and better. You should be proud of yourself, honestly. Why? Baby, there's plenty of reasons why. You are doing amazing work. Not just anyone could sit down and make a fucking masterpiece like that. No, it takes a specific kind of person to be able to do something like that. And to do it so consistently. You know, it's not a fluke. You don't just make one and you never make anything good ever again. As I said, you just keep getting better. And so you have everything to be proud of. Plus, think about it. I know the fact that you were kind of forced into this kind of work from past employers not, well, taking the time to understand and to teach you and to not be so, what's the word, ableist? Yeah. So I know you were kind of forced into this because you, like, a more traditional route wasn't working. But I want you to know that regardless of that, you shine at this. You do. Listen, baby. I am constantly lost for words. I know, I have to make the joke, you get it. I'm constantly at a loss for words because I'm just overwhelmed by... I think of you and I'm like, oh, synapses, brrr. You know, like, and for reasons apart from you're my girlfriend and I love you, like, you are so talented. Baby, don't... I know. Look, I know. You haven't heard that kind of sentiment from many other places that aren't me. I get that. You've been made to feel quite alienated. I get it. But baby, if you need to listen to anyone, why not listen to me? Because I have to say things like that? Oh, no. Sit down. Nope. We talking about that. Because I haven't heard anything more wrong in my life. So sit down. Please. Thank you. Now, baby. Hold on, let me see if I can remember how to do this. I don't lie. You are more than capable. It's not as good as yours. I try. But you are more than capable, and I don't have to, I'm not expected to say anything, right? I don't need to say anything. baby, it's not a question of, you're my partner, you have to say nice things about me. No, I don't. I don't. When has that stopped certain people from saying the wrong thing to their partner, right? Exactly. That isn't a binding contract. You cannot say anything bad ever. Okay, like, it's not. And also, I don't have anything bad to say. I have autonomy, so I can say bad things if I want to, but I don't have anything bad to say. That nothing comes to mind. Have people been getting into your head again? Well, I'm just getting the impression. Normally this isn't your immediate reaction. It's just an internalized thing. Right, okay. Okay. Well, I got news for that internalized thing. It's wrong. You're wrong. You internalized thing? You are wrong. Because let me just try and put it into perspective. It's an internalized thing, yes, because it was implanted there. Before your internal monologue, it wasn't so jaded towards yourself. But soon, there were people in your life, and there was, well, dynamics and structures in your life that implanted this kind of voice inside you. And then when there was no one around left to actually voice those things, it's almost like you miss it. And so your brain fills in the gaps. Because it can't bear to not be berated. It's what was considered a driving force for you. It's something that you feel like you can't have. Like, no. It's something that you feel like you need. You don't. You absolutely don't. No one is telling you that you are anything less than perfection. No one is around to say it. But it's like you can still hear them, yeah? I know. No, believe me, baby, I do. I do know. It takes a lot of unlearning to stop that inner monologue from being, well, so jaded against you. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of perseverance, it takes a lot of healing, which I'd be inclined to believe you haven't been able to do a lot of. And the amount that you have done is not enough right now. Not for lack of trying, absolutely, don't get me twisted right now. Not for lack of trying. But you need help. You need help with it. And I'm perfectly capable of helping you. You just need to ask. Quieten down those hands, baby. Quieten them down. Don't use that tone of hands with me. or hold on. Close my eyes. Can't see it anymore. Again, you really... I have to make the jokes. It's my job. But yeah, all joking aside, I want to help you, and you just need to ask. And even if you haven't been able to ask up to this point, I can see it clear as day now that you need a little extra help. And I'm perfectly happy to do that. So don't think that you're putting me out. I just want you to well, like, be at your peak. Alright, because not everyone's peak looks the same. And maybe you might think that you have to match someone else's peak. But you don't. It's what you're capable of doing, and right now, and I'd be inclined to believe, well, forever, like, I can verbally communicate, and that's just not something you're able to do. If you are eventually able to, then that is fucking incredible, and so, like, good on you, babe. But if you don't get there, it's okay. You may never talk. Well, verbally, but I know you have a lot to say. And believe me, you say it. And so you might look at someone else's, like, what their projections are for their peak, and you might want to emulate that. And if you don't get it, you are crushed. I just want you to, like, to think about the fact that you might not get to someone else's point, and that's okay. It's kind of like expecting a paralyzed person. And like, why can't I just walk? Everyone else is doing that. That's a bare minimum. So, like, them actually being able to move a toe, that might be their peak. As sad as it is. It seems like it's the bare minimum. And you feel like it is. I know that you feel like just being able to talk like this is the bare minimum, but it's not. Okay, I never well, you know, I stuttered, but, like, I never had to struggle like you have with this. And so it's not a fair thing to say because I didn't struggle with it, so yeah, it is a bare minimum for me. But it's not. It's like asking you to unlock a sixth sense, you know? Like, think about all the senses right now and just, alright, do the sixth one. What is it? Who knows? Can you do it? I don't know. Like, it's that kind of thing. If you cannot speak, and you feel like, oh, I should do that, that's a bare minimum. I'm sorry, baby, you're gonna be setting yourself up for crushing disappointment. Because you might not get that. But that doesn't mean you can't be at your peak efficiency. And at your peak form, and at your peak, well, everything, really. Your bare minimum could be accepting that. Not necessarily fixing it entirely. And obviously we'll continue to, you know, get therapy for that, and so, like, we'll continue trying our best, but if you don't get there, you've not failed. You're only gonna fail if you give up entirely on everything. That's the only time that you actually fail, and I don't have any doubt. Like, I have no doubt at all that will never happen. Because you're a fighter, and you've been a fighter for, well, since you've been here. I know that you wish you could do more than this. And I wish that too. I wish that employers would look past, like, oh, well-oiled machine. You know, like, they would look past that and how much extra work they might have to put in to fucking teach someone or something like that. Like, I wish that they were more open-minded and that they saw beyond just their fucking paycheck, right? I wish that people gave a shit to try more, you know? That's what I would love. But again, we might not get that. And so what we can do is find work on our terms. And find work on your terms. Because you are capable of work. I know that you feel like you aren't, but you are. You're literally showing that. How much are you making off of this? Exactly. That's not chump change. No, sir. It's okay. It's okay. Even if you don't want to continue with this specific work, there are other avenues. They're just not as obvious as others, you know what I mean? There might not exist a job already that you can do, but that's the cool thing about like starting like a business or something, or being self-employed. The job doesn't exist yet, so you can't find it. You can make the job. And again, this is like an ongoing conversation, so, you know, you don't have to make any plans right now, but I just need you to know that, like, the option is always there, you know? And I just don't want to see you like this. I don't want to see you get so low. Because there's no need. There is no one around anymore to tell... There is no one around anymore to tell you that you are nothing, that you're worthless and useless. There is no one around to do that, except for yourself. And believe me, we can fix that. It just takes a little time and a little care. But for now, do you want some help trying to figure out where to hang this? I'm not letting you sell it. Alright, our walls need a little autistic flair. Instead of artistic. No, yeah. So let's go find a spot and we can keep talking about it. But I promise you, you're okay. And things are going to work out. Because we can make them work out. I love you. Maybe you'll have to teach me how to do that properly. Yeah, that's definitely something that you can teach me.